Hey everybody, Lori Marie here from the Mental Health Association of Rhode Island. This month, I'm joined by a very special guest, Carla Della Porta. Carla is here today to share the resources and information from an organization called NeedyMeds, which is in one of our neighboring states, Massachusetts. NeedyMeds is a national nonprofit organization, and everything on their website is free and can benefit any of us anywhere we live. Welcome, Carla.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me okay?
Perfect.
Wonderful. Thank you, Lori Marie, and thank you to the Mental Health Association of Rhode Island for welcoming me as a guest. I am thrilled to be here and share the resources with the people that touch base with the Mental Health Association of Rhode Island, including patients, caregivers, advocates. Lori Marie shared that they are in touch even with legislators and community partners. And as Lori Marie also said, we are a national nonprofit. So all of the resources I'm going to share, which will focus on mental health resources, but we have a plethora of others. All of the resources I share are not only free, as Lori Marie said, but importantly, anonymous. And what that means is you can reach out to NeedyMeds through our website and our toll-free helpline without providing any identifying information. So we're really happy to be able to share those resources.
That's amazing. I can't wait to learn about this, Carla. Thank you so much. And I turn the screen over to you.
Great. Okay, so thanks, Lori Marie. And hopefully seamlessly, I'm going to go ahead and try and share my desktop, which is the NeedyMeds website. And can you see that?
Perfectly.
Perfect. So what I'm going to take some time today to do is to walk people through the NeedyMeds website, which is needymeds.org. Few things I want to stress before I get into this. I don't expect people to walk away being experts in NeedyMeds or how to necessarily navigate our website. All I really want to convey and hope people walk away with is an understanding that if you are having trouble affording your healthcare expenses or looking for reputable and reliable education resources, turn to NeedyMeds. And you can do that through our toll-free helpline. And that phone number is at the top of our website. That's 1-800-503-6897. As Lori Marie said, although we're national, we are located in Massachusetts. So when you reach out to our expert call center, remember our times, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. that we're here to serve you, are East Coast times. And I'm happy to let you know we do have also Spanish-speaking counselors. So the reason I'm pointing out this helpline is to stress that people do not need access to the internet to reach out for assistance. Sometimes people don't have the luxury of having easy or ready access to the internet. Or sometimes maybe they feel just more comfortable speaking with another person. So if that's the case, reach out to our expert call center counselors. Today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to find what you need on the website. And it's really simple. And as I said, we're going to focus today on mental health resources. But I encourage everybody to please revisit the website when time allows to look at other resources that may be helpful to you, your loved ones, patients, clients, or other people in your community. So let's dive in. So in addition to that phone number at the top right of our screen, you'll also see our website is easy to remember. It's simply needymeds.org. And as Lori Marie said, we're a national nonprofit, and we were founded about 25 years ago. And we have grown since that time into a leading organization for healthcare savings resources. Now, as you can see from the website, there's a lot going on, which is why I encourage everybody when time allows to check it out further. For example, under some of these navigation tabs, under education, you'll find upcoming webinars and our newsletters. If you're here representing an organization, Under that education tab, you can also find ways to partner with us. So check this out when time allows. And of course, on the top right-hand side, you will also find a bunch of our social media icons, which is a great way to stay up to date and keep in touch with NeedyMeds. So I wanted to point out those resources. And Lori Marie, certainly feel free to interrupt me at any time if you have specific questions. But I wanted to point out these things first because today we're really going to focus on healthcare savings options for those living with or caring for someone with mental health issues. And where you would find that is under the, you guessed it, the aptly named Healthcare Savings tab. Now, depending on what browser you use, you can let your mouse hover over that Healthcare Savings tab or click on it. And I'll make the screen a little bit smaller so everybody can see the extent of the categories we have, but don't worry if you can't read the text because I'll enlarge it once we dive into it. But you'll notice under that Healthcare Savings tab, all these different boxes come up. And those are all different ways to save on healthcare expenses. Today, I'm going to point out what I think will be the most useful to the population you serve, Lori Marie, because I know you guys do an enormous amount of work to not only improve the system of behavioral health care through policy development, advocacy, and education, but you work with partners such as NeedyMeds because you, as I know, you don't provide direct resources, but you use it as a way to help those in need to funnel them through people that may be able to provide that. So we so much appreciate this opportunity as our missions so clearly align. So one of the first things I'd like to point out is many people turn to NeedyMeds when they need help affording their medications, whether they're prescription, whether they're over-the-counters, whether they're generic, or whether they're name brand. So I want to show everybody really quickly how they would find healthcare savings resources for a medication. Now, of course, you can go under that healthcare savings tab and try and find specific resources there, but a really easy way to find healthcare savings resources for a particular medication. And again, it could be a prescription, it could be an over-the-counter, it could be brand name, it could be generic, is you would simply type the name of the drug into that drug search bar on the top left-hand side. So I'm going to type in, let's say, Abilify. Now you'll notice as I start to type that in, it self-populates. So there's a bunch of different options that pop up. I'm going to go ahead and choose Abilify and click on drug search. And I'll make this a little stronger, a little smaller. So now you'll notice the first thing that pops up are a bunch of icons. What these icons do is they let you know what savings resources are available for that medication. For example, is there a patient assistance program? Patient assistance programs are usually supported by pharmaceutical companies and offer discounted prescription name brand drugs for those that qualify. If you see this icon, it means that this medication is available through a $4 generic program through a pharmacy. So again, that is a program that pharmacies participate in to provide people with much lower costs for generic meds. One thing that's a little misleading, for years, it's been called the $4 generic drug discount programs. However, most do range in price between $4 and up to $15 to a 30, 60, or 90-day supply. Next to that is the icon to let you know whether or not a coupon or rebate is available for the medication. And we're also proud to let you know, because part of our mission is education, just like the Mental Health Association of Rhode Island, we also provide information about the medication so that our users can be aware. So this icon means that there are support pages available. That means we have reputable and current links about a medication or a product. This icon means that there's a drug video available. And that's exactly what it sounds like. It's a really brief video about the medication. And then this icon, this eye, indicates that we have further information about the medication provided through drugs.com. So those icons at the top, again, will just show you what type of, it's an icon, what's the word I'm looking for? Glossary. So if you see those icons pop up, it lets you know what is available for that medication. The next thing you'll see is that A to Z index. So that just makes the search easier if you were looking for a particular name of a medication, but you weren't quite sure how to spell it. That's a great help. Now, because we were looking for Abilify, at the bottom, you will see all of Abilify is named a number of times, and you'll notice as my mouse scrolls over them that they're all hyperlinked. That means all you have to do after you've typed in Abilify to that drug search bar, it brought you to this page, and then it brings you to these hyperlinks, and you would click on each one to see if there is a cost savings program available. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the first one. And sure enough, some of those icons popped up. The one on the left, you may remember, indicates that there is at least one patient assistance program available. And there's also information about Abilify here. These are the support pages. And again, that means if you click on it, you'll find reputable current links about Abilify. And there's also a quick video about this particular medication. So this is a really easy way to find out if NeedyMeds can connect you to a savings program for a particular medication. And again, all we did was type in the name of the medication into that drug search bar on NeedyMeds.org. Super simple. The great thing is that this leads perfectly into the next part of my presentation, which is patient assistance programs. It's something I really want to mention. So you can find this here, but patient assistance programs can also be found under that healthcare savings tab by clicking on brand name. Now I'm pointing this out because patient assistance programs are the programs that by far provide the most cost savings programs for brand name medications. So if you have somebody looking to be able to afford something like Abilify or Wellbutrin, I recommend checking out this brand name drug section on NeedyMeds.org, or again, you can type it into the drug search menu. So I'm going to take just a breath to make sure everything I've chatted about, which has been a mouthful up until this point, makes sense, and ask if you have any questions, Lori Marie.
No, Carla, this is really wonderful. And I know that this will help many, many patients and their family members out there. And I encourage everyone to share this video with your loved ones, with your community, with other mental health professionals, because it's a fantastic resource.
Oh, thanks so much, Lori Marie. And I will keep stressing that you don't have to walk away being an expert in navigating our website. There's not a quiz. I just hope people walk away and keep in their mind that if they're having trouble affording a medication, healthcare costs, need information about any of that, that NeedyMeds would be the first place they turn. So let's dive in next to talk about mental health resources under that healthcare savings tab. So you will notice on the left-hand side, a destination for free, low-cost, and sliding scale clinics. Now, this is a really popular destination on NeedyMeds.org. We have over 18,000 clinics nationwide included in this category. And to make it more user-friendly, we have it broken down into subcategories. So people can come here and try and find, for example, affordable, convenient primary cares by clicking on medical clinics. They can find dental clinics in their area. They can find specifically substance use disorder clinics. And importantly, they can also find mental health clinic. So let me show you how easy this is. I'm going to go ahead and click on that mental health clinics category. And forgive me, my internet at home is a little bit slow. And then what will happen is this page will pop up. And again, because we're still in a pandemic, some will say, we always recommend reaching out to the clinic before you go to confirm important things such as the hour of operation and to see if they've put in place any new protocols. But let's say you're looking for a mental health clinic for yourself, a loved one, a patient, a client, or a community member. You simply come to this page. Now, the great thing is you can find clinics really specifically. For example, you can type in the zip code and see what's available in that individual zip code or in that community zip code. But you can also search broadly. And since we're talking about the Mental Health Association of Rhode Island, and you help residents throughout the state, what I'm going to do, instead of searching for a specific address, I'm going to do a search to see what's available in Rhode Island. So I just went to option 2, and I'm choosing a state, which obviously is in alphabetical order, and I'm going to click on Rhode Island. So let's see what pops up. So now once the results pop up at the very top, you will see that there are actually 28 mental health clinics in Rhode Island. One thing I want to stress is that the information on our website is updated all the time. We add new clinics, we update their hours of operation. So if you don't find a clinic in your area, remember to check back at a later time. And that's a statement that I would apply to all of the resources on NeedyMeds. So if you come to our site or reach out to our call center and you're looking for help affording a medication and we don't have it, check back in a couple of weeks or a few months, because we may have been able to find a program that will help you at that point. So returning to this mental health clinic list, as I said at the top, the results yield that there are 28 clinics that we currently have. And what I think is really helpful is now on your screen, you can see all the information that would be most useful. For example, the name of the clinic and their website, as well as their contact information. The eligibility column will let you know who is able to be treated at that clinic, and important information such as what fee will you be charged. And on the right-hand side is some details. And for the most part, we define that as what services can the patient expect to find at this clinic. That's really important because that way our users know who can be treated, when they're open, and what they can expect when they visit that clinic. We do pride ourselves on the information being accurate and up to date. Something we've always stressed, but we stress even more now because, as I said, due to COVID-19, reach out to that clinic. Give them a call, visit the website if you can to confirm that information before you drop by, especially whether or not they put in place any pandemic protocols. The really helpful thing about this category is you can also print this list. So let's say you wanted to share it with a loved one or a community member. You can simply go to the top and click that print all option. And that'll do just that. It'll print a list of all 28 of these clinics. Now, let's say there's only 2 or 3 that you really want to share with someone. In that case, you could still print out a list, but you can make the list more specific. So let's say I'm interested in the first one. So I click that box, and then I'm interested in one down here, and I click that box. I go back to the top, and I choose the print as opposed to the print all option. And what the print will do will simply print out a list of only those you choose. So that's really helpful. And we continue to update our website regularly. And we do consider anybody that uses needymeds.org or calls our toll-free helpline at 503-6897. We really do consider them all partners. So what that means is be vocal about your website experience and your experience when reaching out to our call center, because we can't adapt the resources we have unless we know what our users need. So let's say you visit this site and there isn't a clinic in your area. Give us a call, let us know. We'll put our research team on it and see if we can add one. And let's say you're aware of a resource in your community that isn't added, we'd love to put it up. So you can drop us an email. And of course, at the end of the presentation, I'll provide my contact information as well as the contact information for NeedyMeds. So this is a pretty important destination for people looking for mental health clinics. So now we talked about how to find assistance briefly for medications. We talked about, under that healthcare savings tab, how to find a clinic in your area. But there are just a couple of other categories I'd like to take the time to point out, because they're categories where you can find assistance based on a diagnosis instead of based on a medication name. One of those is the coupons, rebates, and more category. You'll notice that there are two ways to search for such resources. If you're looking for help affording a particular product or medication, you choose this link, search by product name. But here, which our users find really helpful, you can search by category, which really means diagnosis. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And what you'll see when this page pops up, the coupons, rebates, and more page, is a long list, alphabetized list of diagnoses. And you can scroll through here to see, are there resources for those living with or caring for someone living with a mental health issue? The great thing is you can find in this category the really broad label of mental health. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And what will pop up again, just like the other categories, is all of the cost savings for medications or other resources that pertain to mental health. And there are those icons again to remind you, if you see that next to a product or medication name, to remind you what they are and what they mean. And then here are all the coupons, rebates, and other discounts provided for medications and other resources related to mental health. So you can scroll down, and the really helpful thing is we've updated this section because it used to just be a paragraph of text or a couple of paragraphs of text, and it really was not user-friendly. You looked at it and you felt like you just saw a wall of words. So what we've done instead is we've cut down the text to the most important, a sentence or two. Then we have bulleted list, letting you know the most important thing about that coupon or rebate, as well as a link directly to the manufacturer's offer. So again, this coupons and rebates section is helpful because you can search by diagnosis or category. And I chose mental health for our demonstration. Now, other categories under that healthcare savings tab that you can search for by diagnosis can be found on the top right. Those are diagnosis information pages and diagnosis-based assistance programs. I want to mention diagnosis information pages quickly. These are exactly what they sound like. They're pages dedicated to particular diagnoses. And again, like the coupons and rebates section, when you click on that, you'll find a long list of alphabetized diagnoses. And you'll notice here, we have a whole bunch dedicated to specifically what would fall under that big umbrella of mental health issues. For example, you will find a page dedicated to, let's see, depression. You will find pages linked to post-traumatic stress disorder. So check out this list of diagnoses for whatever you or a loved one are struggling with. And I'll show you what these pages look like. And I think they're particularly useful for those who have been newly diagnosed. The reason is we all know that you can go to Dr. Google and type in the name of a condition or diagnosis, and you're not going to be hard pressed to find information. Pages and pages will come up. But it's sometimes hard to know, is that information reputable? And it's also overwhelming, the amount of resources that you can find. So what we've done is we've created these one-pagers. Let me show you what they look like. So I'm going to click on the depression link. And what you'll notice at the top of these pages is we at NeedyMeds, we are experts in healthcare cost savings and educational resources. We are not experts in these different diagnoses. We're not experts in depression. So what we do is we partner with organizations that are leaders in their field. And you will see their logo at the top of the page. And in this case, it's the reputable Anxiety and Depression Association of America. And what they do is they provide information about the diagnosis. They provide reputable resources and links. And what we provide are a list of commonly used medications for the treatment of depression. And as you'll see, like the other categories under that healthcare savings tab, all of these medications are hyperlinked. That way, all you have to do is click on one of these hyperlinks to see if there's a cost savings program for that medication. And then at the bottom of this page, you'll also find additional resources. For example, you'll find further resources on mental health, but other things may be more specific, such as manic depression. And you'll also find resources such as camps and educational scholarships for those living with or caring for someone living with depression. So again, those are great for newly diagnosed patients and those caring for them. And I want to return to that healthcare savings tab because another really popular destination on NeedyMeds.org is right underneath that. And those are our diagnosis-based assistance programs. Now, those, like the other categories I've been showcasing, can be found according to diagnosis, which is really helpful. So you'll notice when I clicked on that link, it takes me to that diagnosis-based assistance page. And you can search a number of ways here. You can search really specifically by the name of the diagnosis or the disease. You can search plus what's available, for example, in Rhode Island, and get really specific, also what the service provides. You can search by the name of the program. Some people that visit NeedyMeds.org are already aware of a program that exists. And if you are, you can try and find it by the program name. You can search to see what's available in your state or nationwide. So what that means is, just like we did with the clinics, you can click on that hyperlink and see what's available in Rhode Island. And you can see what's available nationally. What nationally means is that regardless of where you live in our country, you're eligible to check out that program. But for purposes of today's presentation, I'm going to go ahead and click on the really popular and convenient by diagnosis hyperlink. Now, just like I believe it's the patient assistance programs, the diagnosis-based assistance program category has a ton of programs. I think it's about 3,500. And because it's such a broad category, you will find that easy A to Z index to help you more quickly find your diagnosis. So let's take a quick look and scroll down. For example, you will be able to find a hyperlink for anxiety disorders. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And like the other categories, the results will pop up pretty quickly. And at the very top, it'll let you know how many programs are available for those living with anxiety. Currently, there are 18. And as you scroll down, you will see all of the programs that are available. And like the other categories, the results show you a snapshot of the most important information about the program, including the program name and a hyperlink, the summary, which is exactly what it sounds like, a summary of the program. And then really importantly, right next to that, more specifically, it'll get into exactly what services that program provides. Now, the area of service, the far right-hand column, that's really important because it lets you know where you need to reside to be eligible for the program. You'll notice as I scroll down, you'll see that the word national. That's because, as I said just a couple of moments ago, if the area of service is national, that means regardless of where you live in our country, you are eligible to apply. And then what you would do is scroll down and attempt to see if there are any cost savings, diagnosis-based assistance programs in your state. Now, I don't see any today for specifically Rhode Island, but Rhode Island residents can check out those national programs and always revisit our website at a later time because we may have added something specifically for your state. So it's really easy to check out those diagnosis-based assistance programs. And again, you find that by going under that healthcare savings tab, clicking on that diagnosis-based assistance link, or going directly to the link to search by diagnosis. And that's where you can find assistance for mental health diagnoses such as anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, mental health. So check out all of the categories you think that your diagnosis would fall into. Really exhaust all of those options. Now, when we go back to that healthcare savings tab, you'll also see that there are a number of other healthcare savings. I'm not going to spend much time talking about these. I just want everybody to be aware that they exist. If you or your family members are having trouble because of the pandemic, check out that COVID-19 services. It provides financial assistance. It connects you with programs that provide financial assistance for those affected by the pandemic. You can find help with medical transportation costs. As you saw on the bottom of those diagnosis information pages, we also have retreats, camps, recreational programs, and educational scholarships for those living with particular diagnoses. Check out what's available in your state to see state-sponsored programs in Rhode Island. And at the very bottom, you will also find a link to the NeedyMeds drug discount card, which I will take a moment to mention. I'll also point out that when you're on NeedyMeds.org, you can find that link to the drug discount card on the bottom right-hand side under that healthcare savings tab, but you can also find it by clicking on the box with the red arrow that reads, Get Your NeedyMeds drug discount card. You click on that link, and this is exactly what it sounds like. This is where you can get your NeedyMeds drug discount card. You can print out a downloadable PDF. Super easy. Just print this out and cut it out. You can download it as a free app through Google Play or the iTunes App Store. And you can also fill in the form choosing a design, and we will be happy to drop a few in the mail for you. Of course, you can always reach out to our call center counselors, and they'll be happy to drop one in the mail for you as well. The NeedyMeds drug discount card is simply a safety net option. We hope everybody has the insurance coverage they need to afford their medications and other healthcare costs. Unfortunately, that is only the case for very few of us. So for everybody else that is either underinsured or uninsured, and we can't find a cost savings program for you, you can use the NeedyMeds drug discount card as a safety net. And all you do is take that drug discount card with you. It could be you could have cut it out and it could be in a paper form. It could be in a plastic form, like a credit card, or maybe you downloaded it as an app on your phone. So you take the drug discount card in whatever format you have it with you, along with your prescription to the pharmacy, and see if a savings is available. As easy as that. Now, if you do have any questions about how the drug discount card works, you can reach out to our call center counselor, or you can join us for an upcoming overview webinar and you can find those under education, checking out the upcoming webinars. And we do have overview webinars. It talks about all these resources, and also includes the drug discount card. But we also do pepper our calendar with really brief webinars about exactly how to use the drug discount card and why it would be a great safety net for everybody to carry around with them. So the other thing I want to stress before we wrap up is don't hesitate again to reach out to our call center counselors. But if you are interested in receiving NeedyMeds drug discount cards or some of our most popular brochures, you can send an email really easily to info@needymeds.org, or you can reach me directly. Again, my name is Carla Della Porta. I'm the Director of Education Initiatives at NeedyMeds. And my email is just my name, carla@needymeds.org. That's Carla with a C at needymeds.org. We really do hope you guys visit our website and reach out to us. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to share NeedyMeds and the resources we offer to the Mental Health Association of Rhode Island and all of your partners.
Thank you, Carla. May I ask one question?
Yes, please.
The NeedyMeds drug discount card, is that applicable just to prescription medications, or does it also perhaps give you a discount on some of the over-the-counter medications or supplies?
Fantastic. And I so much appreciate you asking that and giving me opportunity to stress just that, which is the NeedyMeds drug discount card can be used, of course, to save on prescriptions, but it can also be used to save on over-the-counter meds. So how that works is what you would want to get from your doctor is, even if it's an over-the-counter medication, you'd want your doctor to write it as a prescription. So this is important. I'll use myself as an example. About a year ago, I went to the doctor and I just had a few things I wanted to address. And she said, okay, you know, what you should do is just for your allergies, just go ahead and pick up some Claritin. And for your knee that's bothering you, just go ahead and pick up a brace. And I know those allergies are really getting to you in your eyes. Just go ahead and pick up an over-the-counter drug. Yeah, just go ahead and pick this up, the laundry list of things. That was about $100. So instead, I asked her to write a prescription for me. One thing that was great that I didn't even know could happen is, and this might be true of other people, it turned out my insurance company was willing to pay for my allergy medicine. I didn't know that. So that saved me a ton of money. The other over-the-counter meds, I had her write a prescription for. So then I just take the prescription with the drug discount card, give it to the pharmacist, and see if I save. Now, what I want to point out is our call center counselors are available not only to order that drug discount card, but to tell you what pharmacies in your area accept it and how much the drug is going to cost you using the drug discount card. You can find that information yourself at the bottom of that drug discount card page. When you scroll to the bottom, after you've requested your drug discount card, you will find a pharmacy search. All you have to do is type in the zip code where you live, and it'll let you know how many pharmacies in your area accept the NeedyMeds drug discount card. And the list will have important information such as where it's located, the contact information, and even a map if you're not familiar with where it is. That's super helpful. And the chances are you are going to find at least one, if not many, that are conveniently located next to your home or place of employment, because the NeedyMeds drug discount card is accepted at more than 65,000 pharmacies nationwide. Now, let's say you've got your drug discount card. You know the pharmacy in your area that accepts it. The next question is, how much is my medication going to cost using the drug discount card? So at the very bottom of that page, you will find what's called the drug pricing calculator. Here you type in the name of the medication after you click on that link, the dosage, meaning is the dosage, the day supply, meaning is it valid for 30, 60, or 90 days, for example, and the zip code of where you want to pick it up. The idea is that you'll know where you're going and how much it's going to cost you before you head out the door. And again, if you don't have access to the internet, have trouble finding it, or would just rather speak to another human being, reach out to our call center counselors because they can do all of this work for you and just share the results with you over the phone. Easy peasy.
Carla, this is wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn a little bit about NeedyMeds. We are here to help. We do encourage patients, loved ones, caregivers, clients, community advocates to reach out to us to see how we can help the population you serve. And if you represent an organization, how we can partner. One of the things that we do offer under that education tab is a drug discount card partnership. So what that means is if you represent an organization or business, we can create a customized drug discount card with your organization's name and logo free of charge for you to share with your population. So drop me an email at carla@needymeds.org if anybody listening in would like to learn more.
That's wonderful. And I'll just mention to our viewers as well, the Mental Health Association's website has a resources page, and we include NeedyMeds on that page as well, because we believe in you so much, and we're very grateful for all that you're doing to help patients increase access to treatment. Very
Thank you so
important.
much, Laurie Marie. And we have an enormous respect for the mission of the Rhode Island Mental Health Association. And we're so pleased to be included as a resource because one of the things, another way our missions and our business models align is we recognize we can't be the answer to all people all the time. And the road to making sure that we can help as many people as possible is exactly this, partnering with other organizations to get those we serve the help that they need. Couldn't be more important. So thank you so much for your time. And thank you to the population you serve for taking time out of their day to learn a little bit about NeedyMeds.
And thank you to everyone watching today. And thank you so much, Carla. We wish you and everyone else at NeedyMeds a very happy and healthy 2023. Thank you so much, Carla. Take care.
Thank you all. Take good care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.